TRX squats for bad knees. I'm going to start off by explaining why your knees are probably bad. Can't cover every instance, but I can cover the majority. I can tell you what's worked for my clients to help them restore the knees. And then I'm going to show you 2 exercises you can do with the TRX to progressively build up to help that restoration and get those knees from being sore to get them working good, so you can do squats, so you can move better, exercise better, and work out better, okay? The reason why your knees are probably hurting when you're doing things like squats, when you're doing lunges, when you're doing certain movements, you're coming up, going down the stairs, or perhaps you step off something, you feel that jar on your knee and it really hurts. It's not necessarily always the joint itself, okay? The problem is that your leg muscles aren't strong enough to support the joint. That's number one. The second one is when you're doing things like exercise, instead of loading the muscles, you are loading the joints. So this then makes you assume that exercise is bad for your knees, or you can't do that type of exercise. Actually, it's not. It's just that you're not doing the exercise right. You're not building the leg muscles to support the knee joints, okay? We want strong muscles to support joints, and that's when we get less pain, all right? The first thing to focus on is the negative phase, but we have to load the muscle, not load the joint, all right? This is your first exercise, your first practice, your first priority, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to focus on strengthening the outer and middle quads here specifically, okay? That's what we're going to focus on strengthening first. Then we're going to focus on strengthening the hamstrings, and then I'm going to show you how to advance it when you do strengthen them and you get better and you can move better. Now the first one is focusing just on the negative. What I mean by just focusing on the negative is just focus on going down. When we're squatting, when we're going down, I want you just to have a nice shoulder width stance, and I want you to push your feet outwards constantly. You can see if I stand normally, right, you can see my legs here relaxed, right? The muscles, the quad muscles are relaxed. If I push my feet outwards, right, can you see how that outer quad's engaged, right? Yeah, I can even feel it. It's solid, yeah, it's solid. Relaxed, squishy, moves around, push feet outwards against the floor, solid. That's what you want to do when you're squatting, constantly. I want you to push your feet outwards constantly, okay? Why? Because that means you are loading the muscle, okay? You can feel it. You can feel the muscle taking the tension. You can feel it taking the load, and that's what we want to build strength in, all right? When we squat, I want you to go down for anywhere between 5 to 10 seconds. See how you manage, okay? You're going to hold the TRX like this, okay? I'm not just dropping down. I'm pushing my feet out, so I'm pushing my feet out the top. I can feel the tension on the outer quad, and I'm going down. 1, 2, I'm pushing my feet outwards constantly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm pulling myself up again, okay? Gonna do the same again. That's your sets, that's your reps, okay? You're not just mindlessly squatting. This is why people think they can't squat, because they just mindlessly squat. They go, okay, I'm just gonna go down. And they just drop, and they drop, and all you're doing is you're loading the joints. You're just putting all that weight, your entire body weight, on the joints. You've got to engage and load the muscle to take the weight to strengthen it, okay? Now, when you strengthen the lowering phase, the negative phase, it will also strengthen the positive phase, so the bit where you go up. That's how the muscle works. If you strengthen that lowering phase, you'll find you also strengthen the positive phase. Now, over time doing this, it's not going to happen straight away. You need to keep practicing at it. But after a few weeks, up to a month, working this into your leg workouts, practicing, just constantly working on the negative. Slow, slow, slow. I'm constantly pushing my feet outwards. I can feel the burn. And you're going to probably feel a bit on your bum here as well, but it's mainly outer quads you're going to feel it. Once that builds up, then I want you to try and push up, okay? Now, you might just, nothing changes on the push up, okay? We still push our feet outwards. We go down to a point, and then we push up, but we're not just standing up mindlessly, right? I'm still pushing my feet outwards as I rise. Why? Because I want all the quad to take all the load again, okay? Taking it away from the knee joints. The same principle, okay? You might only just be able to go down, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And then I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 5, great stuff. Or you can do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can 1, 2, go a bit faster, okay? It's going slow on the negative and then faster on the explosive, but build it up, yeah? Build up that negative, and then it'll replicate into the positive. Trust me, you'll strengthen your quad muscles and it'll take the load. We always want to keep balance alongside doing slow negatives, right, for the quads. You could do 1 or 2 sets, and then we're going to say, right, now we're going to strengthen the hamstrings. Again, we don't mindlessly just drop, right? We don't mindlessly just go like that, okay, and load the knee joints. We want to now strengthen the hamstrings. So we say to ourselves, right, It's like you've got a ball between the heel and the bum and you squeeze, and I'm squeezing super hard. And what I'm doing is I'm pulling myself down. I'm not dropping, I'm pulling myself down. So I pull myself down slowly, okay? Looks like this. Nice and wide. You could even go wider than this mat. Probably about there, which is just on the edges of the mat there. Contract, yeah? So I'm squeezing my quads here. My glutes are getting squeezed too. And I'm pulling myself down. I'm pulling myself down. Slowly pulling myself down. Okay? And I start pulling myself back up. You're gonna feel it, it feels incredible. And that's how you're gonna build strength in your hamstrings and your quads to support your knees, okay? That'll then translate into life, into your movement patterns as well. If you wanna then step it up another level, you can do one pistol squats. Same principle, just focus on going down, right? So if I'm doing a pistol squat, one leg, and I start, I start by tensing the quad, okay? So I don't just drop, I tense the quad, right? So you watch my quad, I tense it, and then I go down, okay? And I keep that tension as I go down, and it's gonna keep the tension on the quad muscle. You are gonna load the joint more though, but because you've strengthened your quad, you should be able to take it. And you can give it a try. So it goes something like this. So tense the quad, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See? And I pull myself back up, and I can repeat it. And that's stepping it up even more. And again, that will then translate into the positive. You'll be able to then stand up. So maybe you just go a little bit of the way down and then stand up, see where it's comfortable. But work on first the negative phase and loading the quad, okay? That's the most important thing. That will help you with your bad knees. It's what I do with clients, it helps them, okay? The problem when you just focus on these mindless movements of just certain squats, lunges, you're still gonna load the joint, it's still gonna cause you pain, okay? Now, I'm not suggesting that this is for everyone. There's lots of different conditions, injuries. I'm just trying to give you what I found personally helps myself. It's helped many clients, hundreds of clients, okay, solve their knee issues. And it's to do with strengthening your leg muscles to support the joint, okay? Mind to muscle connection, all right? Muscle-centric technique, isolating the muscles. This is what we aim to achieve all the time, suspension training, to build strong muscle, all right? All right, thanks very much for watching, guys.